Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Del, what's good, man?
What up, man? What's going on? Back again.
Back again, man. What a weekend. What a weekend of legendary, record-breaking activity, man. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Come on, let's start off with Caitlin Clark, right? Becoming the NCAA men or women,
NCAA period.
period,
Yeah, dog.
all-time scoring leader. Yo, you
Yeah.
got to give this lady some credit, man.
Yeah. I mean, to just the simple fact that you've beaten the men and the women.
Right. And and
You
and
know what I'm saying? I gotta
and
give
not
some
all of
props
that.
to them.
Pistol Pete has had this record, what? I don't know, 50 years or something ridiculous like that? 40, 50
Yeah.
years?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, man. That is big. That is
That's
pretty big. And
that
like you
is.
said, it stood for that long. Now I get it with men. I mean, it's easy to beat the current men because men being there 1, 2 years and then they out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I
Right.
mean, the good players, the ones who could beat that record,
Right.
they're not gonna stay in NCAA for 4 years.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
so I mean, not so impressive that she beat the men currently, but just that, like you said, that record been standing for 50 years.
Right. Right. And I might be exaggerating that length of that record, but it's been a
It's
long
been a long
time.
time.
It's
Yeah,
been a long
Pistol
time.
Pete. I mean, yeah, it's been a
It,
long time.
it's been a long time. I think he played at LSU in the 70s. So yeah, we're looking at 40, close to 50 years. So I
Yeah.
don't remember the exact number, but yeah, it stood for a long time. And for her to break it and the way she's broken that record, I mean, she's launching threes from half court.
Yeah, man. Uh,
Yeah,
her 3-point shooting ability is crazy.
it's
She,
insane. It's Steph
she
Curry like.
yeah, man, because she's coming off picks. She's creating her own shot. It ain't just, what I'm saying? It ain't just like fast break, stop and pop. She's
Right,
actually creating her own shot. Like, I watched a couple of her games. And she's doing the full gambit of what you do on the basketball court.
right. Yeah, got
So as
great
far as
passing
shooting,
ability.
she ain't going up there and dunking and but you know what I
No,
mean.
but I mean, look, and that's the beauty of what's happening into basketball and what's making women's basketball more exciting. I don't know if the WNBA is reaching that level, but I'm interested in women's college basketball. It's very
Mhm.
competitive, right? And you got some stars out there that I want to watch, and you got some teams
Absolutely.
out there with some coaching stars. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, no, I mean, I think, but and I was going to say that's the beauty of it because, and this kind of goes back to what we talked about as far as the All-Star weekend, where I was saying that the 3-point contest probably should to move to the main event on Saturday night. I know you disagree with that, but today's basketball players are working on their 3-point shot. They ain't working on their windmill dunk anymore. So
Yeah, pretty much. There's no, I mean, everybody's shooting the three now. I mean,
everybody,
if you're not a big, you shooting the three, they probably don't want you.
they don't want you. Exactly. If you're out there
It's
just
getting pretty
grabbing
ridiculous.
rebounds and dunking, they don't want you.
I'm getting so tired of seeing 7-footers out there by the 3-point line, not even touching the paint. I mean, not even coming close to it. They get down on the offense possession and they stand at the 3-point line. They don't even go inside that mud. I'm like, what are you doing? You're using your size for nothing right now. You just
Man,
standing, using your size for nothing. All that size, you just negating it
but
right now.
but see, that's why I disagree. I think the size helps them. I think the size is an advantage at this 3-point line. No one can challenge your shot if you can
Yeah,
actually
but
shoot the three.
yeah, but think about what your size is for. You know what I'm saying? You can get the rebounds. You want to get the offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. So your team, because when you get a rebound, I mean your team has the ball. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? And you want them second and third chance points. You know what I'm saying? You you
right.
you, you might you're not necessarily. I mean, usually, I'm not saying all the time, but usually tall
But see,
guys can shoot the three like that.
you are associating height with rebounding. I don't
Yes,
associate height with
should.
rebounding. I
Yeah, you
associate
should.
effort. I associate positions. I associate uh, boxing out with getting rebounds.
I
And I
mean,
think
there is some effort involved, but if you
yeah,
look at the top 10 rebounds, you'll see that they're 6'10s and higher. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the top rebounders in the
well,
league.
Wimbyambi is a top rebounder because yeah, he's 7'6", but
Yeah,
he
he was
also
seven
shoots
foot four. 7'4" would do it.
yeah, 7'4", but he's also shooting threes. It's like, why can't you do it all? I think today's basketball, and I'm talking about all levels now. It's not just NBA, it's all
Oh, no,
levels.
definitely not just NBA, but that's where
Yeah,
they're learning it from. The younger people are learning it from the NBA.
but I think it's also a positionless league. There's no more position. There's no more center. There's no more forward. There's no more point guard. Everybody is there's a ball handler and wings. That's what it is. When you got Luka Doncic taking the ball up the court. I mean, he's a point forward. You got
Yeah, yeah,
Joker. He's a point center. So
right.
it's a positionless league now. I mean, you got Zion Williamson bringing the ball up the court. So I think what's happened now, like when we were growing up, when you played basketball, if you were the shortest man on the court, point guard.
Right,
If you couldn't dribble, I can't use it because you can't rebound.
right.
If you're the tallest guy out there, center.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, they're pretty much that pretty much is now. It's like that now for positional. I'm saying
mm-hmm.
just for positional reasons. You see the shorter guys on the team, they're point guards. The taller guys are the forwards and the centers. I mean, it's still like that, but like you said, they're not necessarily playing those roles the same way that they used to.
No,
You
no.
know, and by the way, you were very close to that. It's a 54-year-old record for the Caitlin.
54 years. Okay. Yeah.
54-year record for
I figured he played in the 70s at LSU.
Yeah, it's Pistol Pete. I
Pistol
mean,
Pete,
that's
right?
a long time
That was a
ago.
long
You know,
time ago. And I know
when I
he
see him, I
played
see black and white. Like,
exactly. And I remember like it was a big deal in New Orleans when he came to play for the Jazz in the late 70s and 80s because they
yeah,
traded for him and got him out of Atlanta and got him to pay for that. So if he played in the late 70s and 80s, he must have been in college in the early 70s. So yeah,
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah,
Pistol
that's
Pete
that's very impressive. Now, I don't know how the roles are changing as far as in female uh
basketball.
basketball though. It seemed like it's pretty steady. I mean, the centers are in the paint, when I see
Right,
them. There's not as much bringing the ball
right.
up for the big man and stuff like that.
No,
But it's even like you would see Shaq even do it sometime, bring the ball up. It's
yeah.
it's 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 situational, I think though. You know.
Yeah, I think it's situational, and I think it's not so much by like and I get where you're coming from. I'm not disagreeing with you because I grew up in that time where they associated height
Yeah.
with position, right?
Mm,
And what's
yeah.
happening now, the league has kind of thrown that all out. And let's say we can say it. It started with Magic Johnson. They threw it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
6'9" pointer.
point guard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Magic was. And
Yeah.
Larry Bird, I mean, even though he wasn't more of a ball handler like Magic,
Right.
but
Right.
he was
But
a
he would bring the
skilled.
ball up.
He would bring the ball. He was a skilled big man.
Right.
And what they've learned over time was that positions are about skill level, right? If you can dribble a ball and you can make plays and be a playmaker, you can be a point guard. And so
Right.
Magic proved that. So yeah, I mean, I think that's just the evolution of the league, and this is another step in it where Steph Curry has ruined it, and now everybody thinks they can shoot threes, and you just don't understand how frustrating for me. Not so much that big men are shooting threes, is that they're on a fast break, and you got a 3-on-1 fast break,
Yeah.
and the guy will step back behind the 3-point line and chuck up a three when you got the numbers for an easy layup. That
Yeah. Yeah.
annoys me.
Yeah. They like to stop and pop it.
Yes. And it's like, why didn't you take it inside and get the layup?
Yeah, man. And you know what I'm starting to see in the NBA that really pisses me off as far as that. when the team is up by like 25 points
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be half starters and half backups in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they be going down there, I mean, 12, and this is the winning team, 12, 14, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. You only get 24 seconds on it,
Right.
right? They get down, it's still 15 seconds left. They jacking up threes.
Yep.
You're up 30.
Right.
You know, why are you even risking it? Why are you not waiting until 5 seconds to shoot every time you come down?
Right. 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 It's just like it's not smart basketball anymore.
Yeah, man. Everybody wants to do the highlight, you know. And like
Yeah,
you said, Steph Curry kind of made it
he did.
pretty cool to hit all these damn threes, you know, and everybody want to try to hit 12 threes in the game.
Right. And the fact of the matter is he's actually good at it and everyone else is not. so
Right.
so that's the big difference. And but I got the last question about Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
With the emergence of her, Angel Reese, a lot of great players that's coming out of South Carolina. Does this entice you to watch WNBA basketball as these ladies begin their track into the WNBA, right? Because their eligibility is ending in college basketball, right? So they can only be doing NIL for so long. They have to go to the NBA. Does that get you to watch it? Does that make you want to watch WNBA basketball, knowing that this great talent is headed there?
That is a good question, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, just not to pander to our female listeners. It's still very hard for me to watch female basketball. It's just it's the that whole athletic that extra athletic gear.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not there, and that's what wows us. I mean, you know, you there, you want to see the fundamental basketball, and that's cool
Right.
and everything.
Right.
But the thing to make you be like, oh, get out the seat.
Right. The dunk.
Just don't see it. Yeah, the dunks, the crazy
Right.
moves, the crazy plays, the crazy blocks.
Right.
You know, even a crazy block. Like remember J.R. Ryder blocked the hell out of damn Ewing going for a dunk, and he stood right there, just blocked them all ball. You know, that's one of them big plays, them athletic plays you're gonna see in the female basketball. You know, but we'll watch it when it's either big games like NCAA tournament, you know, March Madness type thing, or if I see like the big players playing each other.
Right.
You know, I could watch that. You know what I'm saying? It's something exciting to kind of watch. But on a regular, I'm still not there.
To me, what's happening with the great talent that's starting to formulate now in the NCAA, and this happened in NBA basketball, because you got to remember this. You got to remember at one time the NBA Finals was on tape delay, and Magic and Larry Bird forced it to be what people wanted to watch, right? Mm-hmm. And there's the potential for that. And it's like, WNBA, don't mess this up. I said this last year when they had the finals between Iowa and LSU, and you had some bright stars. Caitlin Clark was lighting it up then.
Mm-hmm.
WNBA, don't mess this up.
Right.
This is your chance. Promote these ladies.
Right.
Sell the game. This is your chance. This is how the NBA grew, right? People follow stars. They follow Larry Bird and Magic Johnson into the NBA, and they follow that rivalry throughout. And so I may watch. I may start watching the WNBA if Clark and Reese are in there doing some of the phenomenal things that they're doing now in college. I'll watch. So WNBA, don't mess it up, because right now I thought they were going last year. They didn't go. I didn't watch any WNBA games.
Right. I mean, you're going to follow them into it.
I may just to follow. Like, I mean, that's what happens. To me, that's the beauty of football and basketball compared to baseball, right? Because in baseball, your favorite player playing in high school or college, they disappear for so many years. They go to some minor league team in Nebraska, and you don't see them for a few years, and then they show back up with some team,
Right.
and you kind of lost that interest of what they
Right.
did in college. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like basketball and football, right? You see that guy, that person that performed in college, had the big game, had won the NCAA championship. They become the number one overall draft pick. You see the excitement of the draft, and then you hear about them possibly starting for the team, the
Right.
following year. So you got all that energy and excitement following the players, and I
Yeah.
think that's important to grow your game. So that'll be interesting to see whether or not the WNBA can capitalize on this, like NBA and NFL has done for years with the college game.
Yeah. I think what they need to do though is they need to somehow, some way. I mean, I know they said that WNBA is a losing proposition as
Oh
far as
yeah,
money
yes,
wise,
yeah.
but they need to find a way to pay the players more money so that they don't stay in school longer. Because right now with the NIL deals, they'll get more money in college than they will
They will.
in the WNBA. So there's no incentive for them to leave early.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I mean, what it's going to take is going to take some owner overpaying for some players and taking a loss.
Right.
Overpaying for Caitlin Clark to make her a superstar, or Angel Reese to make her a superstar, pay them a lot of money, promote them and some advertisements and stuff, and build that following. Take that loss to build the
Right.
game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
especially if you become a big star like them, like they
Yeah.
did last year.
Yeah.
Because I can't even remember last time I saw uh, a rivalry that big in females basketball, like college
Right.
basketball.
Right. Right. Wouldn't it be
I was like
amazing
excited to watch.
if they make it to the finals in LSU and Iowa again?
Mm,
Right.
mm, yeah,
That's something like a rivalry building.
that would be huge.
That would be huge. And the WNBA, I keep saying it, don't mess it up. Pay those
Yep.
ladies, promote them, get them out there. I'll watch. I'll
Yeah.
watch. I promise you, I'll watch.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
speaking of record breakers, come on, man, we got to talk about the king. We got to talk
Ah,
about the king. Come on now,
no, Brown.
Bron, right, right.
Right.
You know, 40,000 points.
Yeah, man. It's a huge milestone. And every time he score another basket, it's a new one,
Right,
because he's up there already,
right.
for him to be able to put, I mean, the longevity is one thing, but there's been players that played in the league for almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to be at that level for that amount of time that's
At,
incredible.
at 39 years old and is still performing at a high clip, still scoring
Yeah.
25 points a game, 7
Yeah.
rebounds, 8 assists. That's
Yeah.
still an elite level at
Yeah.
39 years old.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. It's remarkable. It
It's
really is.
remarkable. And for someone that's not considered a great scorer, I always say this. And to me, this is what makes him great. The greatest, the GOAT. I'm going to say it. I said it. He's the GOAT. He, you
Well,
compare him
you
to
can't.
these other guys who are considered great scorers, but somehow they're not the all-time leading scorer.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
No. Yeah, because now you kind of
huh.
you said all these other guys. There really aren't all these other guys. There's one guy who's the real GOAT. Did you speak
Who's that?
about?
Who's that?
Who is that? Who else could it be? It's
What?
MJ. It's
Oh,
Michael Jordan. Are
I,
we are
I,
we serious?
I hear people talk about his clone, Kobe Bryant. Who
Okay, that is his clone, but there's a reason why he's the clone.
he's the clone.
Because Jordan is the guy. He is the GOAT.
He,
I mean, it's really undisputed when you look at the numbers. All we talk about the difference, what you just said is the longevity, But if you
okay.
if you put their points, if you say how many points per game that Jordan played and how many points per, I'm sorry, that he scored, he would have
Mhm.
been there a lot quicker than LeBron if he played for 20 years,
But his
which
body,
he didn't because no, it wasn't his body. He left voluntarily.
uh-huh.
He
He
was
left.
still the best player in the league when he retired.
See. Here we go. Here we go with these Jordan lovers. You want to ignore his time with the Wizards. He was a wizard.
Wait a minute. Are we going to talk about the 2 years he was he was with the Wizards?
I'm just saying he played with the Wizards. Everybody want to ignore that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you want to ignore it because at that time he was over the hill. I mean, he had not played for a
He
few
was in
years,
his
for
30s,
a couple years. Yes, his late 30s.
just
He
like
was about to turn
LeBron.
40. Yes, but LeBron didn't have a 2 or 3 year period where he didn't play.
What?
Remember, Jordan started playing at 36, 37.
Yeah.
He didn't get to the Wizards until he was 39. Well, it started playing anyway. He didn't start playing. He was 39. He started playing the Wizards. He was 39 years old
I hear you, but I'm just
and
saying,
played at 40.
same age. One and look, and if you want to do the points thing, like Jordan didn't average as many rebounds and assists as LeBron. Like I tell people all the time, like when you want to make this comparison and you only want to associate points with greatness.
No,
A lot of people do that. A lot of people only want to associate the points, and I'm like, well, LeBron is not. His first thought is not scoring. Like when people make this comparison, I'm like, Jordan, like Kobe is more like Jordan than LeBron would ever be like Jordan. LeBron is more like Magic.
They similar. They're more similar in game style.
Yeah, right. Game style. Kobe and Jordan game style is one and the same. LeBron is more Magic Johnson than anything.
Yeah, but see, that's why that's why he can't be the GOAT. Because when you think of the GOAT, Magic is never mentioned as the GOAT.
Well, before Michael Jordan, he was considered the GOAT.
Before Michael Jordan, and that's why, because Michael Jordan's there. That's why he can't be mentioned as the GOAT. Because nobody ever says that right now, even though we know. And Magic Johnson, one of my favorite players.
He's one of my favorite players too. But his career was cut short.
And to be honest with you, I'm not a Jordan fan. I'm not a Jordan fan.
But if we're going, but wait a minute, wait. We talk about longevity. Now, Michael played longer than Magic.
Okay, but that's not why they say he's better. They don't even mention longevity when you compare Michael to anybody else. They never, ever mention longevity. Okay,
but longevity,
because longevity is impressive. Don't get me wrong. And what level
I
you
think
play
it is too.
But that doesn't swing the tide of GOAT, because number one, Michael Jordan did not leave because he was hurt and couldn't play. He left on top as the greatest player in the league by far.
And I cannot disagree with that.
He just won his sixth title.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree. But one thing I would argue.
So we're talking about winning.
But what I would argue, what's the difference in that and load management? Because that's all he did. He just did load management.
Wait a minute. Who did load management?
Michael. He took 2 years off. That's load. He took a year and a half off. That's load management. Now we're
going to revise history. Now we're going to revise history.
Not revising history.
Yes, you are revising history, because you
took a year and a half off. That's load management.
Say load management and Michael Jordan's name in the same sentence, that is blasphemy.
I said
that is absolutely blasphemy.
No, it ain't blasphemy.
Okay, look, how many times has LeBron played 82 games?
I don't care. If I take a year,
how many times do you think he's played it in 20 years?
Adele, look. If LeBron plays all 82 games and then take a year and a half off, what's the difference?
How many times do you think he played 80 games?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I don't care.
We're talking about somebody who did not take a break. We're talking about Michael. He was playing. No, he did not. You're not going to count when his father died as him taking a break.
He said he needed a break.
That is such it wasn't because of his body though. It was a mental break.
And then when he came back,
maybe if he only played 56 games like LeBron did every year, maybe he would have had the mental fortitude to keep going through the death of his father the way he died.
Dude, it ain't what he said. He wanted to go play baseball.
You don't want to answer the question. LeBron.
I don't know. I don't know how many games LeBron played a season.
He played 82 games one time in 20 years.
Okay, and I'm sure the number of games he missed equals the number of games Michael Jordan missed in a year and a half playing baseball.
Oh no! It doesn't equal. It way surpasses that. It way surpasses that. It ain't even close. Michael Jordan has played 82 games 9 times. In less amount of times, he's played 82 games 9 times. And one of those times was with the Wizards at 40. Okay. And let's not forget, he
Well,
scored 50 points at
well,
40. He
well,
had a 50-point game at
well,
40.
maybe if he had applied load management, he'll still be playing now.
No, he didn't need it. That's the
No,
difference. That's
to me,
why he is the GOAT. And since you want to just talk about the offense, let's not just talk about the offense. Let's
okay.
talk about the defense. How many times has LeBron been first team offense and first team defense? I answered that for you. Goose egg, zero. He's not done it. Jordan did that back-to-back seasons. And back-to-back season, first team offense,
Right.
and hold on, the MVP offense and the MVP on defense
Defensive player of the year. Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
same season.
That's impressive.
Twice. He not only did it once, he did it twice. And LeBron ain't never did that. He's never ever accomplished that. That's defense. He's showing you all around game for 82 games. LeBron, the reason why he's in here for 20 years is his load management. So we can't say
I think that, and that's fantastic. That's
wrong.
Brilliant.
Okay. No, it's not brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant when you score 40,000 points.
Well, because you've been there for 20 years.
Exactly.
If Jordan was in there, if Jordan was in there for 20 years,
and you manage your health. You manage your health.
But that's the point. He had to manage his health. That's the difference in the greatness.
And it makes perfect sense. It worked.
Jordan never had to manage his health. He was there every game. Every game. He playing defense. He got more steals than LeBron ever had in the season. Way over. He has way more steals. He has way more blocks. And he's shorter than LeBron. Are you kidding me?
And what about his rebounds? Yeah, I notice you keep skipping over that. I know you're skipping over rebounds.
Okay, so I gave you 3 stats when he killed LeBron, and then you want to mention the rebounds.
You're jumping the blocks, you're jumping everything else. You're skipping rebounds and assists. I noticed that conveniently.
But I'm saying, even at 6'6", he was still averaging 6.5.
But he was the greatest thing ever. I mean,
he averages 6 or 7 rebounds a game. What is LeBron averaging right now? Probably about 6 or 7 rebounds a game.
No, 7 and 8. Seven rebounds, 8 assists.
He averaged one more rebound than somebody who outweighs by 25 pounds.
And he's doing this at 39 years old. And he's doing this at 39 years old.
No, he's not averaging 7 to 8 at 39 years old.
Yes, he is.
Stop it. He's not averaging 7 to 8 rebounds a game at 30.
No, he averaging 7 rebounds and 8 assists per game right now.
7, yeah, right. 7 rebounds
and 8 assists.
Yeah, 7 rebounds.
And 25 points at 39 years old.
At 6'8", 260.
Yeah.
Jordan had more blocks in the season than LeBron at 2'8", at 6'6", 220.
Okay.
That's a huge accomplishment. Since you want to talk about that, let's talk about that. Why LeBron, who's been pinning stuff up against the running back, couldn't get more blocks than Michael Jordan?
Why couldn't he get in his career, or are you just talking about in a season?
In a season, Jordan has beaten him.
Well, like you said, longevity, right? If Jordan played 82 games and you say LeBron played far less in the season, well, of course Michael Jordan's going to have more blocks and things of that nature.
Yeah, well, of course he's going to have more points overall if he gets load management and playing 30 less games a season.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want to discount that because of longevity, well, we're going to discount this, had more blocks in a season than LeBron when he's playing less games.
Oh, no. Hold on.
You saying because he played less games?
Blocks and steals.
Okay, congratulations.
It's 2 categories. The 2 main defensive categories you can have.
I'm just saying.
But dominates.
But when I bring up the scoring category, when we talking about this great scorer,
that's not even a question.
Who's not even a top 2 all-time scorers.
But you're talking about cumulative. Jordan kills him per game. He kills him per game.
He takes more shots per game.
Because he's the GOAT. When it comes to look,
Wait,
and let's not talk about you
wait,
giving
wait,
him credit for taking more shots.
stop.
You can't say he takes more shots per
You see what you're
game
doing? You
when
see what
you're
you're doing there?
talking about somebody taking more shots.
So when anybody question you, your response is because he's the GOAT.
Well, when you say because why he did so much, why he did it so good, oh, he took more shots a game. Well, LeBron took more shots in his career.
Every question that your response is because he's the GOAT. Do you see what you're doing?
The GOAT takes shots. Look, when it comes down, and let's not talk about killer instinct. Killer instinct. When it came down to the end of the game, who are you giving that ball to? LeBron or Jordan?
I'm gonna give it to LeBron.
That isn't. No, you are out of your mind and you know it. That's why he don't even want to take the last shot. He don't want to return the shot all the time.
See, there you go. There you go.
Had that killer instinct.
You associate the fact that the man doesn't take that he makes the correct basketball move as being soft and not having a killer instinct.
No, what I'm referring that to is Jordan was unstoppable when it came when the game was on the line. Jordan was unstoppable
when the game was on the line.
He took the shot no matter what.
Exactly. No. When the game was on the line, Jordan was selfish. He was going to take that shot no matter what. We've seen it a number of times where he had 3 people on him. Somebody was open and he refused to pass the ball. We saw it with Kobe. Kobe would take the shot with 3 people on him, didn't give a damn who was open. And he'll tell you. They would tell you.
Because you need to take your highest percentage shot.
But listen, it will tell you nobody else is taking that shot but me. And that was the difference between them and LeBron. LeBron would make the right basketball move.
That's what I was talking about.
Instinct. That's selfish.
That's exactly what it is.
And it was
about being an assassin. Being a GOAT, you got to be an assassin.
No,
you got to be the guy that when they say, I don't want the ball in his hand because he's
he's
like an NR season.
And
that is Jordan. That's Jordan over LeBron 10 out of 10 times.
But see, here's the deal. Even Jordan said it. He said Larry Bird told him this. He said, you will never win anything. This is after the Celtics swept him twice in the first round of the playoffs. He swept him twice. Larry Bird has no idea what it feels like to lose to Michael Jordan in the playoffs. Michael Jordan has never beat him. And he told him, you will never win anything until you get those other guys around you involved. And Michael Jordan realized that. And we saw the results of that when he passed it off to Paxson to get the game-winning shot for the Bulls, when he passed it off to B.J. Armstrong, when he passed it off to Steve Kerr to hit game-winning shots. That was the evolution of Jordan that people forget. Not all of the shots that he took when he started to become more of a passer and a facilitator that got his team going.
Right, but he was never a facilitator. He was never that.
He got better at it.
He definitely got his teammates
more involved.
Yes, he definitely did that. But that was with him doing the scoring at the same time. Well, he was still averaging 30 points a game while he was doing it. You know,
that's
the difference.
But the games, like I remember he played the Celtics in the first round. He scored 63 points going into overtime. They still lost. It was games. He was scoring 50. He was doing all that. They were losing. It's because he didn't get his teammates involved, and that was the difference.
Well, it wasn't just because of that. He had better. His team got better too as they were with him. He was making his team around him better. That's what happened. Before it was just, I'm gonna put it on my back.
Right.
But Jordan willed his team to get better. He didn't have to go and find other teams to get better. If you know whoever's had to do that.
I'm just
who couldn't stay on their team and make their team better?
I love it.
And make it better around them and start winning them championships. You got to go to other teams that's already built and say, hey, let's make a super team, guys. And then go win some championships.
Player empowerment. Player empowerment. To me,
that is the GOAT debate.
No, to me, the GOAT. What made him the GOAT for doing that was that he dictated where he was going to go and what he was going to do and how he was going to build this team.
There gotta be no GOAT to do that. That's not part of being the GOAT.
That's part of being the GOAT. That's part of being a businessman. That's part of being the first athlete to be a billionaire, the first basketball
Business don't
athlete to
got
be a
nothing to
billionaire
do with GOAT, because we know if it
while
came down to
playing.
business, because if it was a business, if business was
It
included,
was a
the GOAT
business.
discussion would be over, because Jordan Brand,
Oh, well, yeah,
LeBron
yeah.
is never
Hold
getting
on.
there.
No. I'm talking about while playing. I'm not talking about after playing. And yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
let's think about
If
this. Jordan was making $30 million a year his last few years
yep,
at the Bulls back then
yep. In the 90s,
in the
that's
mid
phenomenal.
90s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was phenomenal.
right. So he didn't have to go nowhere else for business. He said, I'm gonna make this team better and make these players better around me, and then we're gonna all win. And let's not forget, let's count the championships. Let's count the championships.
Count them.
There's 6-4. Okay, he
Uh
has longer time to be there. He's played way more games, he
huh.
had
Uh huh.
way more years of opportunity, and has less championships.
Uh huh.
Why is this a discussion? I really don't understand it.
Oh,
Don't
I
get me
mean,
wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm
I
not
mean,
saying LeBron is garbage. I'm just saying you can't compare him to Michael Jordan.
I
When Michael
can,
got more
I can.
championships, he played more games per season. He had a better win percentage, not losing not one finals.
Okay.
He's lost more finals than Jordan has won. He's lost the same amount of finals that
Yeah,
Jordan won.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and he
Okay,
got swept in the finals at that. So
okay. And Jordan
let's
got swept in the first round. He got swept in the playoffs.
he ain't got swept in no finals.
What's the difference?
Matter of fact, when he was going through playoffs,
Of
only
course,
losing two games,
of course, he didn't
he
get
was going
swept.
through playoffs, losing two games in the whole
But
playoffs.
damn,
He did that several
of course,
times.
he didn't get swept in the finals because he didn't make it. He got swept in the first round.
What are you talking about? He didn't make it. How do you get? Tell me this, Marvin. How do you get 6 championships without making it to the finals?
The nine,
Can
because
somebody please explain that?
I can
Somebody
explain
tell
it
me
to
in
you.
the comments.
I can explain it to you because he played in the league what 16 years, so he won 6 finals out of out of 16 years. So that's 10 years he didn't go to the final. That's 10
Yes.
years that
Okay, but when he
he
went to the
didn't make the
finals, he didn't
playoffs.
look back.
Either he either didn't make the playoffs or he got swept in the first round or he lost in other playoffs when he lost to the Pistons, the Celtics, all these other teams. So
Right. So
there
what
are
you're
times
saying is
where he
once he
didn't
started
win.
going to the finals, he never stopped going to the
I,
finals.
look,
That's
I
what you're
don't.
saying?
I'm just saying I don't understand the math of how he won 6 titles, played 16
Yeah.
years, but somehow he never lost.
Well, this is the math. This is the math, Marvin. 6 title appearances, 6 wins,
Six,
titles,
but
six.
do this
Yeah,
math.
that's the math.
Do this math.
6%,
In the league,
not 4 for
16
10.
years. In the league, 16 years
LeBron's in there
is
20.
6 finals. So that means he
Okay.
lost 10 times.
That means he didn't make it to the he either didn't make it to the playoffs or he got put out early before the finals.
Okay. You still
Yeah.
lost,
So
regardless if it's in the finals.
Okay. So how many times did LeBron lose?
He lost.
He been in there 20 and only
16.
got 4 titles.
Yeah, he lost 16 times.
And one of those was the COVID year. That was the bubble year. He needed a bubble year to get a channel. So he lost out of his 21 years.
Yeah, he lost 16 times.
Yeah, 16 times. So
Yeah.
okay, so let's do that math.
I'm just
losing.
dispelling this math that Jordan is 6-0. And it's like, no, he's not 6-0
in championship games. He's never got there and lost.
That's
That's what the GOAT does when it's the big time, the
well,
big things.
well, if that's the criteria,
win.
if that's the criteria for being the GOAT, then Bill Russell is the GOAT with 11 championships.
Well, we didn't say it was just championships. Did I not say 82 games for that amount of time? 9 times. Did I not say all defensive, offensive, and
Right.
defensive time at the same time twice?
Look,
LeBron has never, ever, ever done that. Not even close.
Look, I'll just say this much. I am a fan of Jordan. Look, I grew up in the 90s. I rooted for Jordan. I loved him. But seeing this guy come along and do some of the phenomenal things and see the level of talent he has to face compared to what Jordan faced, I still say it's LeBron James as the GOAT.
Well, like I said, I'm not trying to say LeBron is bad or trash or nothing like that. Of course not. But I'm just saying when you're saying the GOAT, You're talking about everything you're doing. You're talking about making your teammates better. You
Yep.
talk about how many places you had to go. That matters. If you couldn't do it at your home place, you get degraded a little bit. You just do. And then we talk about when the big time, when the game is on the line, who's going to make that play? And it's been Jordan more times than LeBron can even count. And LeBron's been in the league
I always
longer.
say I don't criticize LeBron for making the right basketball play. If he's double covered and his teammate is open, he passes the ball. That
But
is
see,
the right.
right.
If
But
you're a coach,
you
if you're a
understand that.
coach, that is the right basketball play. Not
But
shooting a fadeaway shot with 3 people on you. That is not the
right,
right basketball play.
but if you're making it, it doesn't matter.
But they didn't
Even if you
always
got three
make it.
people on
See,
you.
see, that is the illusion that they created. And Jordan even says that there's a thing where he says how many game-winning shots he made, and then he talks about how many he missed, which was
Right.
more.
That's a commercial, man. Stop it. That's a commercial.
But that's the truth.
We seen this dude.
We see that commercial, but the numbers are correct. He's making the
games
point
are on the line.
but he's making a point. He's making a point. You know how hard he had to work, and how missing the shot motivated him to make the shot the next time. And that's just the reality. I'm not using this against him, but the point is, he missed a lot of them. I saw it. He missed a lot of game-winning shots.
Did he make more or did he miss more?
He missed more.
We seen this dude on TV, but he made a high percentage of a way higher percentage than LeBron did. LeBron,
I wouldn't say that.
When he wasn't being double teamed. See, you're making this narrative that LeBron was deferring because he was being double. He was not. He's deferring because he doesn't feel confident enough to make that game-winning shot.
Nope.
You see,
I disagree.
LeBron's game. LeBron game, though it's high level as it is rather limited.
I disagree.
He don't have the tree that Jordan has.
I disagree.
You're not watching the games.
I'm watching these games.
No, because
he got a full arsenal. Now he has a 3-point shot.
He does not have no full arsenal stopping, Marv.
Yes, he does.
You don't see him do no turnaround fadeaway.
I have. What are you talking about? You don't do turnaround fadeaway?
In 20 years, you can find it. You'll see one, but that's not his game. You know that. You know his game is put that head down and head to the basket.
He can do that too.
Foul, or go to the basket, get because he's so big.
He's so big and strong.
Get to the basket. Right. Yeah. Get to the basket. He's not a big 3-point shooter. He's not a big 3-point shooter.
Now he is. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Stop it. He's not no big 3-point shooter now. He got a couple games. Manu Bowl got a game where he shot 6 for 6 on 3 points. I mean, come on.
We're gonna have to do a separate show on the GOAT talk.
Yes,
we got to set a criteria of how we gonna distinguish who the GOAT is and narrow this thing down. But before we end this, we gotta get to the NFL. We gotta get to what recently happened in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So we'll do a separate show on this GOAT debate. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.